Hey guys, so in today's video, I will be explaining how I, as a native, learned Chinese. And I will be using the exact same book I used in my first grade. So I can show you how I gradually learned from pinyin to characters and something beyond. And also, I hope that can make you understand which parts are important and what's not important. So you can learn better, faster, and speak like a native. And also, I'll be start making courses based on these textbooks from the first grade to sixth grade. Okay. If you are interested, you can follow me or join my community. I will be putting most courses there. So start with the book and you can find them both in the description and check it out with me together. Now you can see I put it here in the screen and let's go together. So you can see in the cover page, the biggest two characters there is pronounced yuwen. Actually down here would be its pinyin. That's how we call this subject in China, okay? 语文. And you can see here, that's brief introduction. The first a few pages from 2 to 5, you can ignore them because it's tell you how to go to school and behave and stuff. The start page 6, it will be starting with pinyin, and you can see we spend a lot of time there from page 6 to page 43. That's a lot of the content here. And those are all poetry, poem, and just to get us started to learn characters. Okay, so let's just go right into here. Pinyin. Okay, I know that'll be the main thing for everybody who just start to learn Chinese, okay? So here you can see a girl saying like ah, the rooster shouted oh, the goose making self look like in the reflection. So that's the first three pinyin we learned, and also the four tunes, okay? That'd be the most difficult thing if you just start learning. First, ah, 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 right? Oh, 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 oh. That takes a lot of time to practice, so I'll just skip here. You can practice this by yourself, or later on when I making courses, you can join, can practice together, and pronounce it and write it. Okay, that'll be easy for you guys. If you are an English speaker, you already know how to write those. Okay, again, new pinyin, how to pronounce it for tunes. Okay, and we started to combine them with actual live objects. Like E is how we pronounced the character cloth, E. So you can see here is E, and you can see fast forward. You can see how we mark this here. This one is for the bird, raven, 乌鸦, and this one for the fish, 鱼. You can see deliberately make it itself like the pinyin 鱼. Also, finding March objects look like the pinyin letters, so you can remember faster, remember better, and how to spell it, how to write it, and combine them with real life, easy to remember terms like mom, dad, and me. review it. Okay, it's all the same logic. First, we learn the pinyin at the class, remember them, how to spell them, remember them with some real pictures, and then we learn some certain commonly seen objects or stuff. In this picture will be rice, 大米. That's what most Chinese will be eat every day, right? And the earth, ground, 土地, and the horse here, 马, and the rabbit here is 兔. Okay, here is a poem. There's a lot of poem in this very textbook, so you can read like more catchy and remember more things. Of course, I remember most of them. We will ask to remember them. Okay. And here the poems are easy to read, easy to remember, and we still learn all those characters here. And we practice pinyin in these small, short texts. And get a review, how to read, practice, and how to write, practice, and daily objects, letter, water for clothes. You see here, we did not put the real character here. For the first few years, at first grade, second grade, in those semesters, we can use pinyin just to, if the characters we don't know how to write, we can just use pinyin to write. Okay, you can see here the same thing. It did not use the character directly. I just use the pinyin here. So if you are just starting out and you can just write pinyin to represent some certain character, and somebody just said, well, that's not true. You should write character instead. You can say that. You can say, no, I do not know how the character looks like, and absolutely I can represent those characters by pinyin because I'm in early stages. You can go watch their native speakers textbooks. The textbooks do that. The natives do that, so I can do that too. Do not be harsh. And the same here, using objects, pictures to understand all those pinyin and remember them, using poems to understand them better, to learn new characters. Here's daily objects, lotus, brother, big brother, little brother. Okay, here chicken looks like pinyin characters, and play chess, laundry, and play with. You can see a pattern here. We learn 3 or 4 pinyin letters, and we learn everything about them, how to sound, how it can be pronounced 4 tones, and how it can go with other pinyin. And we write them, we read them, and we, based on those pinyin, we learn daily objects with a picture and with some poem that's catchy to learn new characters, new stuff. Okay, you can see the pattern here. It's all the same. Okay, lots of them. It's to make them a little bit of fun in how to learn, and meanwhile, just repetitions, you know, to learn new characters, make them look familiar. That's the whole purpose. That's That's how you can learn, okay? And you can see here again, they are using no character, just pinyin to represent some terms. You can too, okay? You just do it in your early stages. Do not be afraid. And here we start to focus on learning the characters. 识字, 识 means to recognize. 字 is character. Okay, recognize characters. That's how it's organized. First we learn pinyin, then and build on the repetitions. In the pinyin stage we learn some sort of characters, okay, and now we are focused on learning characters. This one is actually a poem that was written, I believe, somebody in Song Dynasty. This is a really good poem. It's simple. It uses all the characters from 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and includes some. Of course, it's not named like this. Okay, it has a different name, true name, and it's simple to read. 一去二三里，烟村四五家，亭台六七座，八九十枝花。It's easy to read. It's catchy, and it has all 10 numbers in characters, and it has simple characters like 去 means go, and 村 烟 means smoke, 村 means village, 家 means home. Of course, it does not mean that in this sentence, but individually it means home. Okay, and you can see here flower. It's a really catchy poem, and it's easy to remember, and it has a lot of characters you can learn here. Okay, for those, I believe we will be asked to memorize that. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 去, the simple characters, and we practice how to write these characters. And now we learn the basic objects, basic body parts: mouth, ear. I can see those ancient characters look like, and how it's become what right now. It's shaped like the thing itself, and gradually it becomes the now characters. Okay, and how to practice them. And now there's daily objects again, simple daily objects. Practice. You learn how it's pronounced, we learn what's its meaning, and how to write it. That's the flow to learn a character. You see this all organized in the texts are all short, catchy, poem-like texts. And here we still trying to memorize, try to review all the pinyin stuff. So don't be discouraged because you cannot learn pinyin in a short stage. We learn pinyin. That's page 55. We're still learning pinyin in our first semester. The semester is like 3-4 months, and it's like halfway there. It's 2 months or even more months put in to learn pinyin itself for our native speakers. For you guys, it might take more time, and that's okay. That's the solid foundation here. Okay. And this one is really, really important, really simple, and really well known and really important poem by Luo Bing Wang. That's a name. That's a poet. That's a poet. And he lives in Tang Dynasty. And this one is simple. And it just described what's in the picture. A goose is swimming. So, 鹅曲项向天歌，白毛浮绿水，红掌拨清波。I will ask you to memorize this. Okay, this one is another really famous poem. Okay, it's called. I can explain this one to you, for you guys if you listen to here. Okay. How it's pronounced is 远看山有色，近听水无声。春去花还在，人来鸟不惊。What does it mean? It means from distant away you can see the mountain has its color. But when you walk close, you cannot hear the sound of the water. And even though the spring has gone, it's a different season now, the flower is still there. And when people came close, the birds are not frightened and flew away. Bird can stay still. That's how a picture would be like. Okay, it has colors, but you cannot hear, and things in there won't move. It'll be a good idea to memorize all those if you're just beginning. If I was making courses, I would ask you to memorize them. Okay. And write 4 seasons, again, short texts, really easy to remember, easy to read. And we learn new characters. And we learn how to write them. That's pretty much what's next, okay? Most of them are the same, although the texts will be longer and longer. Oh, this one is one of the most famous poem in China. Okay, it's called 静夜思. It's a quiet night, thoughts in a quiet night. Okay, it's written by Li Bai, who is a really famous poet. And he lives in Tang Dynasty, and he is called Shi Xian, the god of poetry, some kind of. And let's see what's this. 床前明月光，疑是地上霜。举头望明月，低头思故乡。I will briefly translate this. There's moonlight in front of the bed. I thought it was frost on the ground. I look up and see the bright moon. When I look down, I started to think about my hometown. That's pretty much what it means, okay? And why is moon? Why moon? Is moon has some represents for hometown and family, okay, in Chinese culture. Oh, that's mostly it. It's almost the same thing again. Next, a few things will be all the same, just texts and learn new characters, new terms. I'll be explaining those in detail and how to learn it in my upcoming courses. And now let's give it a summary, how you can learn it. First, build a solid ground in pinyin, and then for characters, and then for terms, and for longer texts. That's basically how you learn it. If you like this type of video, please like and subscribe. And if you want to learn more, if you want to learn the whole book, text by text, classes by classes, well, you can join my community. I will post most of the courses there. Of course, I will post some of them here. Okay, so that's all, and I will see you in the next.